human has now evolved considerably. It's become much smaller, it can be just injected in, whereas for my case it was a minor surgery with a doctor.
With its palm trees and gated communities, the town of Boca Raton in Florida is home to Leslie and Jeffrey Jacobs. Jeffrey was the first person in America to be implanted with a new microchip device, no bigger than a grain of rice, called the verichip. The verichip is similar to chips used to tag and identify pets for years. It was created by Scott Silverman at Applied Digital Solutions, a technology development company in Palm Beach.
Verichip is the world's first implantable microchip for humans, and it's been around now for about 2 years.
The chip is implanted just under the skin via a quick, painless outpatient procedure. The chip inserted into the upper right arm is coated with silicone so the body won't project it.
You need to have a standard location that is easily accessible by medical personnel or by ambulance personnel or by security personnel. There are 3 primary applications for verichip: medical, security, and financial. The security application, which is currently being used by customers like the Attorney General in Mexico, where he and his staff have actually received the verichip for secure access.
In November 2004, 160 of the Attorney General's employees were implanted with verichips to control access to security areas. The medical application is much like a medical alert bracelet, but instead of being worn on the wrist, it's implanted under the skin.
I'm a personal believer that the medical application is clearly the best application for verichip. It can literally save lives.
It's an effective way for doctors to identify patients who might be otherwise unable to identify themselves because they are either unconscious or dead. For Jeffrey Jacobs, the verichip could be a lifesaver. He is severely disabled as a result of a car accident and Hodgkin's disease. If he's ever unconscious, the device could provide instant electronic access to his complicated medical history and long list of medications, saving valuable time and maybe his life.
If I get into a situation where I'm taken to the emergency room, if I were unconscious or in so much pain, as has happened before, that I don't even want to talk, if I can even think straight, then this will be able to speak for me.
Such a simple technology is so small, but in this application, it can make a huge, huge difference.
The chip holds 126 characters and remains dormant until it's activated when a handheld scanner passes over it. The patient's identification number is displayed and can then be uploaded onto a computer.
It ties to a database where you, as the verichip subscriber, store the pertinent information that you want to store, such as your medical records or personal information.
I'm hoping that because of the steps that we took, we're going to lead people to much more secure and safe lives.
What we're doing is we're taking advantage of technology to improve our quality of life.
Personal identity verification technology currently includes various forms of biometric technologies which identify individuals by their unique biological or physical characteristics, such as fingerprints, retina scans, and face recognition points. Verichip, by contrast, relies on embedded tamper-proof microchip technology, which means that the threat of theft, loss, duplication, or counterfeiting of data is substantially diminished or even eliminated. The final application of the verichip is for financial transactions, ultimately replacing the need for cash or even credit cards in restaurants, bars, and shops.
In the bars in Rotterdam, every time they get a drink, it's automatically ticked off their account, their tab as it were, via the implant.
The Baja Beach Club in Rotterdam was the first bar to use the verichip in this way. Manager Joe was looking for a unique membership card.
We go to America because the chip is coming from America, and then finally everything was done, and the chip was born in Holland.
To have the chip implanted is free, but customers have to put a minimum of €1,000 on their chip. As an incentive, the club adds €500 of free drinks on top of that.
In the entrance, you can write your name on a card, say that you want to have the chip, and when we have around 10 or 15 new people, we will have a chip session. We go to our chip doctor, and we will implant the chip in your arm.
The actual insertion process is just like getting a shot.
I got the needle here, then push this button up, and then this one will push the chip under your skin. And that's all there is. It's so simple.
Property developer Matt was one of the first to have the chip inserted.
The doctor put some anesthetic injections in my arm, and then I got the chip with a bigger needle into my arm. It was piece of cake.
Upon arrival, VIP guests get star treatment with their new chips implanted.
When you enter the club, and they scan your arm, the chip, and then the picture pops up on the screen of the computer, and then you walk into the club.
Then you can pay with your chip. If you want a beer, order a beer, the lady will give you the beer, come with the reader, touch your arm, and then you will only hear beep, and you have free. No problem.
It's even waterproof, so if you're in the jacuzzi, you can still keep ordering drinks. With 70 VIP members already implanted and more on the waiting list, the chip's popularity is growing.
At this moment, I think a lot of people put a chip under their skin because it's new, it's trendy, it's hot now. You cannot forget your money. You always have your money under your skin. It's a wallet under your skin.